I'm actually quite happy that they released the new Now You See Me film, even if it is 9 years after the second one came out, because I find this franchise really fun. When I was younger, I wanted to try out magic because of the first film of these, and it's fair to say I did do that. And I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I actually got quite good, especially at card tricks. Call me the new Jack Wilder. Now You See Me spark that magic in me that wanted to try this out. No pun intended. But these set of films are just so interesting to me, and I find them so entertaining even if they are a bit far-fetched. I mean, magicians pulling off a heist just has to be fun. This is the case for the first, and at times the second, but for me, like the second one, I feel like Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which should have been the name of the second film in the first place, just fails to live up to the magic of the original. Now You See Me, Now You Don't sees our horsemen of Daniel Atlas, Merritt McKinney, Henley Reeves and Jack Wilder having to work with a new generation of magicians, Charlie, June and Bosco, as they undertake a diamond heist to take down criminal mastermind Veronica Vanderburg, who is also the head of a diamond company. My largest issue with the film comes from the addition of the new characters, and I kind of expected this to be an issue for me, even though they do their own show in the beginning and manage to pull off a show in which has a somewhat similar film to the Horseman shows. It felt like our characters barely got an introduction, as this is all we really see of them together as a three. They are then thrust into the heist with the Horsemen pretty much straight after they perform, and I don't really think the dynamic was really there with the Horsemen and the new magicians. I am aware that to fit everything in narratively, they would have had to have had them join up early, which is why I feel like this story shouldn't have included their characters. The Horsemen have gone through some things, they've split up, and I would have loved for this to have been a story about that, where they do the heist in which the eye made for them and they struggle to get along, but they eventually do. I think I would have preferred that. I also in this film never really believed that the Horsemen went through that much and that they were dead to Atlas, because they needed the heist to happen and they needed these new magicians to be there and to be involved. And for me, this is a really big shame, because I really do like Ariana Greenblatt, Dominic Sessa and Justice Smith. I've seen them be great before. So I was really excited for them to be in this film, but I just couldn't get into their characters. Like the last Now You See Me films, there is a twist ending. I'm of course not going to say what the twist is, because this is a spoiler-free review, but I didn't feel like it earned the twist. I do feel like the twist in the first film was a twist executed really well. It was an absolute shock, but in this film it didn't really do anything for me, because I could kind of see it coming. The good thing is though, that if someone said they didn't see it coming or didn't guess that it would happen, I can completely understand that. I wouldn't say it's particularly obvious. I just feel like I got it pretty easily. I also feel like the film was narratively underwhelming, just because I feel like they really lacked the use of magic in this film. I'm not expecting the whole film to be one big magic show, and I don't think I would have wanted that either, but for a film with at least 8 magicians in it, there needs to be more magic, there needs to be more magic tricks. This is what disappointed me the most with the film, and I know that 10-year-old me would be really disappointed with it too. I don't know why I'm choosing Now You See Me 2, but I'm going to choose Now You See Me 2 as an example. At the end, all 4 members of the Horsemen put on shows individually as part of the heist, and nothing like that really happens in this film. There are a few fun scenes involving magic for sure, most notably the scene where the new generation, they're trying to prove themselves to the Horsemen, but also show off a little, and they all perform magic tricks with the Horsemen, and it was a really enjoyable scene. And there are a few of them sprinkled about in the film, but there are only a few of these scenes in. The rest is either holograms trying to pass off as magic, or like playing with mirrors or something like that. It's not like the magic we saw previously. I'm also quite conflicted on the character of Veronica Vanderburg, the criminal, as the villain. I just saw her as an extremely uninteresting character and not entirely menacing, but I will give the character credit for being quite smart at times, especially with some things she does in the final act. That's why I'm just a bit conflicted. So yeah, I really just couldn't get into the film and was ultimately just really underwhelmed and disappointed with it. So I give Now You See Me, Now You Don't 2.5 stars, closer to a 3 than a 2. Now for reference, I gave Now You See Me 3.5 stars, closer to a 4 than a 3, and Now You See Me 2, 3 stars, closer to a 3.5 than a 2.5. But will I be seated for the next one? Absolutely. Thank you for watching the review. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe on the socials. It would be much appreciated. And if you've seen Now You See Me, Now You Don't already, let me know, and I'll see you in the next.